Welcome back to the Slasher Siblings podcast. I'm your co-host, Cicely.
I'm your host, Hayden.
Today we're talking about VHS. Came out in 2012, rated R, hour and 56 minutes, 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb. When a group of misfits are hired by an unknown third party to burglarize a desolate house and acquire a rare VHS tape, they discover more found footage than they bargained for.
There you go. Fourth try is the charm, apparently.
God, I can't read.
Go ahead and read the question.
What is the name of the evil company in the Resident Evil movie franchise? Answer, Hayden? Do you know it?
The Umbrella Corporation.
Good job.
You know, I have all the games upstairs, right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess hold on to that for the next one. This is a certainly interesting movie.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
being a little fair, I guess.
How do you feel about movies that come out in 2012?
That come out in 2012?
Yeah, they're always interesting.
Yeah, I guess. But this one was certainly interesting, to say the least. So let's just get into it. There was a very strange opening of the weird guy in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of set the camera up and put a coat over it, and that was it.
I was like, what is this?
That had to be like the weirdest way to start the very beginning of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just a guy putting a camera on the
They
dresser.
said, what is the worst, weirdest way we can do this?
That was it.
Good job,
Just
guys.
a guy looked at the camera. But then it immediately goes into the scene where they assault that woman.
Lovely. Loved it.
What was that about? Apparently they sell the video of them assaulting a woman and showing her tits or something. I don't know. What the hell was that? But yeah, that was certainly weird. Weird way
trigger
to.
warning.
Yeah, trigger warning.
If you watch
this is like really a weird way to begin a movie.
Yeah. Not much really happens. I think the only other assault is Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh yeah.
That's the only other one I can really think of right now.
But then there was a scene right after that. It just kept jumping back and forth, sort of, where the hiding of the camera kind of makes sense now. Why he made or why he hid the camera. He hid it so he could record him and his, I guess, girlfriend sleeping together. But
awesome. Love.
I'm just trying to figure out what that had to do with this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone was bored.
I guess. And then the one guy starts talking about the deal to break into this old dude's house and steal videotapes. Kind of seems like a weird request.
Yeah.
But I guess he was just weird and wanted a video of creatures killing people or something. But everyone has their weird things, I guess.
Everyone has their quirks.
Yeah, that's it. And she found the camera because it kept jumping back and forth. And she was not happy, to say the least.
Mm-mm.
I guess he didn't really ask her if she could do that.
If he could do that. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Valid. Her
Valid,
feelings are
yeah.
valid.
It's just, he just kind of... I don't know, you kind of, if that's your thing, to record it or whatever, usually you ask the person.
You probably should ask the person.
Yeah, you might want permission.
You want permission, period. Because that's just fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, so he wanted the video, apparently. I imagine he was probably going to sell it.
Yeah.
probably, seeing as how they were running around and
He was a juvenile.
yeah,
I mean, delinquent.
delinquent,
Sorry.
yeah.
Same thing.
And she got rightfully pissed. So that was the end of that. We didn't really see too much from them. Well, he was in the movie. He was one of the people stealing the tape, but we didn't see any more of that weird video. So, fair enough. But they get in the house and they find out that the old man is dead.
Womp womp.
They're like trying to sneak in and be quiet, and then all of a sudden, what's his face? I forget all their names. Everyone in the movie.
Yeah, I don't remember their names either.
Yells down the steps, and he's like, "Why the fuck is he yelling? He needs to be quiet." And he's like, "Dude, he's dead. We don't need to be quiet." I just thought it was kind of funny that like they were trying to be quiet, and he just starts yelling, and he's like, "He needs to shut up. Like he needs to be quiet." And he's like tiptoeing back up the stairs.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Why?
"Why are you yelling?" And then he goes, "He's dead, dude." It's just like, what? Anyway, so they he starts looking through the tapes. That one dude who I also forgot his name.
Yeah, I didn't remember any of their names. It's one of those movies where you just don't. There's so
No.
much going on
Mm-hmm.
that you can't really keep track of their names.
So he finds one tape where it's these dudes, and they were, I believe it was the dudes from the beginning that assaulted that woman. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he now has camera. Glasses cam.
Uh-huh.
Or no, the people who assaulted the woman were the original people who were watching this tape. Anyway, he now has glasses cam, and they go to a bar, and I just want to talk about the weird girl in the bar, just like staring at the guy and like, "I like you, I like you,
Okay.
I like you."
Freak.
Like, how many times are you gonna say that you
Yeah.
like him? Like, that was
I
weird.
was like, okay.
So, after these weird experiences, her like making weird noises and stuff too, they take both girls back to the hotel room or whatever, and the one guy starts making out with that other girl on the bed, and she ends up passing out, and that puts the end of the fun. And he comes over and starts making out with the girl, the weird girl from the bar, who basically was there for the guy in the glasses.
Yeah.
And she starts getting weirder, making hissing noises, and starts like turning scaly, and like it's just hard to explain like
Yeah,
how
you
weird
just
this
gotta
chick
watch
was.
it.
And she starts ripping people apart.
Fun. Love that.
Oh, they were also doing some weird stuff in the hotel room where they were both gonna sleep with her apparently, and it was like she was on top of the one dude who was making out with the other girl, who came over and took that girl from the kid with the glasses. And then the kid with the glasses came over, and she was like grabbing at his pants, like ripping his pants off, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Once
this
again,
is. And then
freak.
the third dude's just sitting on the couch,
Chilling.
was chilling. And then the dude with the glasses said, "I can't do this," and he went into the bathroom and he peeked out the door. And the dude who was on the couch was taking his clothes off to replace the guy with the glasses.
Oh my god.
It's just all so weird.
It's like I don't know.
I don't know why you guys are so comfortable like this.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys got there. Maybe they were on drugs.
Maybe, but well, yeah, they were a lot, but like it was just so weird that the way that this was all happening. But yeah, so that was the weird stuff. And she starts turning, this is where she starts turning into something.
Yeah.
She starts getting scales and like her foot.
What would you even call that?
Well, it was a demon.
Yeah, but like I've
Like the
never
transformation?
seen it. Yeah.
And her foot turned into like a claw
Could you imagine seeing that?
No.
I
I'd
would
freak
shit
the
my
fuck
pants.
out. Yeah. And she starts ripping apart the first dude. Starts killing him, and then the dude, butt ass naked, who the couch guy, came running into the bathroom with the guy in the glasses, and they were hiding in the bathroom for a minute, but then they tried to escape stupidly. I mean, she could have broken down the door pretty easily, probably, but probably just should have stayed in the bathroom, I think.
Yeah.
And they start trying to make a run for the front door. Doesn't work. The couch guy starts getting ripped apart and eaten. And guy with glasses is hurt. So he starts he escapes basically from this thing. And he falls down the steps. I imagine he hurt his ankle or broke his ankle or something, because he was not moving after that. He was like just looking around screaming and stuff. And
yeah, dude.
I was like, are you seriously laying there after what you just saw?
Get up.
Like, get up. But he couldn't have, because he gets up shortly after this, after she starts doing weird things with his junk in demon form. he gets out of there, and he starts running towards these guys in this truck, saying, you know, he needs help and stuff, right? And that's where the demon fully comes out and grabs him and takes off towards the sky. That's where the glasses fall off and fall back to the ground. But I couldn't imagine being the guy at the truck. Like, you hear someone yelling like help and stuff, and you turn around, and as soon as you turn around, he gets grabbed by this thing and taken up into the sky.
Yeah, what would you even do in that situation?
I don't
Nothing?
know. What can you do?
Go
like,
home.
I mean, you call the police and tell them what happened. They're not going to believe you. They're not going to believe that a demon took some. Yeah, like, that's just wild, right? But you know, it happened. So I guess that's that. That was the end of that tape. When the glasses hit the ground, obviously someone took them and whatnot. But apparently, well, we're back at the original people. The ones that assaulted that woman or whatever. They find the tapes in this old dude's house. They were in the basement. But there's a lot of creepy stuff down in this basement. Like a person. There's a weird person down there too.
Yeah.
He kind of cuts across the screen like that alien from Signs. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. Can't forget.
Yeah, and he cuts across the screen kind of like that. It was similar. And he told him, no, you're crazy. You didn't see anybody. You know, go finish what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then I wasn't expecting this type of movie. I usually like, you know, found film type movies, like Paranormal Activity and stuff. This one was certainly weird. But I wasn't expecting for them to, like, find the tapes and then all of a sudden there'd be, like, a whole new video. You know what I mean? I thought this was just going to be one whole movie. But I guess they put in a different found film, like found tape. And it's a completely new set of people, completely new situation.
Yeah, that confused me. I was like, wait.
New video with new people.
I was like, did the second movie start playing?
Yeah, like, I didn't know. I wasn't expecting there to be, like, a completely different scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, new video with new people. That's where we're at. And so, okay, I'll take a pause from the sort of review for a minute. The thing that I didn't really care for about the movie is, like, how boring the setup scenes were. I felt like up until the scary horror stuff was happening,
you're just sitting there like,
it was kind of boring,
yeah,
and kind of lame.
Boring.
Because this video specifically, because they were like at the, at a place, and they were, I don't know, they were looking. I don't even know. They didn't even tell you where they were. I don't even know if that was the Grand Canyon or it was just what it was.
Yeah.
So they were just, on a little family vacation thing, which was kind of boring in a way. But they're both asleep that first night, right, in the hotel. And all of a sudden, someone has the camera. And they are filming both of the people asleep. And I just want to know who was recording and messing with them.
Like the toilet, the
toilet, yeah,
the toothbrush and the
but she pulled the person pulled the sheet down,
yeah.
like ran the knife across their butt.
Yeah.
Like, who was doing that?
I don't know.
That was weird.
It makes it. That was scary.
But the person, I wrote he because it seemed like a dude to me, but he came back and killed the guy.
Yeah.
He just shoved the knife right into his throat. But then we find out that it was the girlfriend who was the mastermind of this whole thing, and that this other girl came and killed the man so they could run off together. I was not expecting that. Was a complete 180 for me. It was just completely unexpected, and that's pretty much the only real important part of that video is that killing scene, really.
Yeah.
The rest of that one was kind of boring. Not that interesting. But we go back to the main group, the assaulters.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that the old man is not in the chair anymore. So was the old man who we saw in the basement? That's not good.
No.
And that's totally creepy.
Totally creepy.
But
I didn't like that at all.
No. But the old man's gone. And once again, it's a new tape with new people, because apparently that's the theme of the movie, which is fine. Just every time that there's a new video, it's like we get the very final video is the one that was the only one that wasn't boring at all. But it's just like the setup to the video, all the videos are just like boring.
Yeah.
It's weird. So
made me want to fall asleep.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And with this new video and new people, it's boring up until they get to the woods that they were looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's that glimpse of her friend against the wall. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And that was like the first interesting thing. We can skip, them driving in the car. It wasn't really that all interesting, but we also get the glimpse of the body in the water too, when they were filming at the lake.
Yeah.
Which was also weird. Like he had his back ripped open.
That was weird.
Yeah. That was something strange. But then the camera started getting glitchy. And then all of a sudden, whatever that glitch was killed 2 people. There's just 2 people dead now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was strange. And I wanted to add that there was a weird moment with that girl who was like, I needed bait. But it didn't really explain why this was happening. It was just like, I needed bait. I had to kill him. I don't remember them saying why she wanted to kill the thing. But whatever, I don't really need to know, I guess. And that something, that glitchy thing, which I have no idea why it's glitchy like that, it kills everyone. It just killed everyone. You not only did it kill your bait, but it killed you too. So you weren't really all that prepared.
Yeah. And
even when it did start killing the bait, you didn't do anything. You didn't try to attack the thing or anything. You just ran away from it. So what was...
So I guess...
Yeah,
it really was unknown.
That was just pointless.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end. Everyone died in that video, in that tape. So that was the end of that one. Now, once again, we don't go back to the original group. It just starts another tape. New tape, new people, again. And once again, the beginning of this is boring. They're just kind of talking, and she's like, oh, I'm having, like, a headache or something, and there's, like, this lump in my arm, blah, blah, blah. And, it doesn't get interesting until she starts saying that she hears stuff in the house, and this little kid just runs through the screen and slams the door. That was creepy.
Terrifying.
I had to rewind it because, like, all I saw was the kid running out, slamming the door. I had to rewind it to see it again.
Were you like, what the hell was that?
What the hell was that? Yeah. So I watched it again. The kid ran in the room, like, pounded on the wall, and then, like, as it was running out, grabbed the door and slammed it shut.
Yeah.
Me, now, personally, it seemed to me like she wasn't scared enough. She didn't really, you know what I mean?
You were not scared enough.
But, I mean, she just, like, kind of sat there and just, like, covered her mouth. It was almost like a bad acting moment. Like, she tried to act scared, but it didn't really work. She was just like, oh. I was
like, girl, shit your pants.
I just mean, like, act a little bit more scared, because you didn't even, like, turn around and look.
Why was I more scared?
Like, that's all she did, pretty much. But then, it was kind of boring again. She's kind of talking to her boyfriend for the rest of this part. But then, it was... The next interesting part is where she cut open her arm. She had, like, a big hole in her arm because she was trying to get that lump out.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're acting crazy. Like, settle down. I'll look at it when I get there. Just stop cutting your arm open, blah, blah, blah. That was weird, that she was just so willingly digging at her arm. And then, you know, some more stuff happens. Nothing too exciting. Until the kids appeared behind her and started attacking the girl and, like, knocked her out or whatever. Or she passed out, one of the two. And then all of a sudden, the boyfriend that was in Washington just strolls, like, right in the door within seconds. Like, you see him disappear on his FaceTime or whatever and just walk in the door. He got there pretty fast.
That was quick.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
So then we find out he's actually been lying because he's been in the next door apartment or whatever, because he's done this to her multiple times, and he, like, cut her open and, like, took something out. Was that a fetus or something?
I don't know.
I don't know what he took out of her stomach, but that's what I'm assuming was taken out. But he, like, cut her open, and, like, then he staged it as an accident that she got, like, hit by a bus or something.
Yeah.
She, like, ran out into the street. That's sort of drastic.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
But very shortly after that, after he was saying, my boss isn't mad, I, explained to him that, you had an accident and everything. He's immediately on FaceTime or Skype or whatever with another girl who is also displaying the exact same things right before she got attacked by the kids.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that he was doing it to multiple women.
Yeah.
Which is insane. This video was mostly boring, except, like, those couple scenes that we described to you.
Insane.
But, like, when it goes from, like, a 1 on the like the interesting scale to a 90 really fucking fast.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it goes like 190, 190, 190, 100.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, oh,
okay. It really went like roller coaster in that one. But after we find out, he had been lying and everything, the video ends there. And we cut back to the original group, the assaulter group. And the old man came in and just killed all of the dudes. They were looking for their friends, and they found one of them headless.
Yeah.
And the old man just chasing them down, just ripping them apart. What the fuck? So he was the person down in the basement.
He's got beef.
Yeah, apparently. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, was the original assaulter group also a found tape? Apparently. I mean, we are viewing it out of the found film, but, like, were they amongst the stack, is what I mean.
Maybe.
So, finally, new video, new people. This is the last one. And this is the only one that was actually interesting the whole time.
Yeah.
Because it immediately started being creepy.
From the get-go.
Right. So it's Halloween, and he's going to a costume party and stuff. And just when it started to get kind of boring, they were like in the car. They were like, all right, we're here. And I was like, oh, okay, now it's going to... Just when it was about to start getting boring, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So they walk into the party. Not a single soul is there. And they start searching the house because they think, you know, they're hiding from them or whatever, which... Okay, fair, but like... Why are they hiding?
It's a Halloween party.
Yeah, it's a Halloween party. You're supposed to all be having fun. But whatever. So, they're searching around the house. They're not really finding anything. They are finding creepy little decorations, or what they think are decorations and stuff. And the really super interesting part, aside from all the scary things that they're seeing inside the house, you don't really see much in the house until they go up into the attic. But they keep getting scared of things and like running away. But they go up into the attic and they find a cult sacrificing a girl up there. That I thought has to be the weirdest way to find out that you're at the wrong Halloween party.
You're at the wrong house.
And so they stopped the cult because they were getting sucked up to the ceiling by something. The devil or something, I don't know. And they were being killed. The 4 guys who were there for the party ran out the front door and they were like, wait a minute, that girl's up there, we gotta save her.
Yep.
Now me, personally,
bye-bye,
I'm out the door. You're on your own. I'm sorry, but I'm not running back up those stairs just to get caught in whatever mess you're in. I'll call the police.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
They should have done that because they ran back up and they saved the girl and they started coming down the stairs, and guess what? The fucking door disappears.
Of course.
And they're being chased by something. And so they're running and looking for a way out. And guess what? Another door disappears. So they go down into the cellar and they find the cellar door to the outside. And guess what? Some fucking arms start coming out of the wall trying to get them. Should have ran out the door when you had the chance.
Should have just went.
I'm gone. And so they get her in the car. They're trying to take her to the hospital. They don't know where they're at. Which, don't they live around there? So why don't they know where the hospital is? I know ours is like right down the road. So there's a big H sign.
Hard to locate.
And they didn't know where the hospital was, so they started driving, right? The girl starts acting weird, to say the least. It's very how do I put it? It's just plain out creepy. The way she's acting. There's no other real way to put it other than she's just freaking creepy. And so they stop the car because it, I don't know, malfunction. It just stops running, right? And they're trying to get to the hospital, but it just stops working. And the girl's gone. Just straight up gone. Just disappears out the seat.
Yeah.
So she wasn't human either.
It was a trick.
Just when you thought like the creepy weird thing was over, they pulled a 180. And they're like, that chick you saved? Fake. And see, my idea of running straight out the front door doesn't sound too bad, does it?
Should've, coulda, woulda.
So then they find out that they're actually on the train tracks, and there's a train coming.
Lovely.
And just smacks the car. And that's where the whole movie ends. Right there. And I gotta say that the only truly good one was that last one. Because it was like creepy from beginning to end.
Good one to end on, I think.
Yes. So I'm glad they saved that one for last. But with the other 3, it was like the beginnings were boring, but the ends were good. So I would rate it correctly rated, like a 6.
I think so too.
I'd give it a 6 because
The boring
creepy parts were good. The rest of it wasn't.
It was boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
Other than the creepiness.
Other than the creepy parts, it was pretty boring. It was just kind of lame, just following people around and stuff. Just
hard to stay awake until you get to the creepy parts.
Till you get to the scary parts. It's like, this is creepy.
I hate this.
But what would you rate it? The same?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
That's fair, I think.
I think so too.
But with that being said, I have some fear facts here. Out of this whole movie, the word fuck was said 240 times.
Nice.
That's a lot. You gotta think, like, there's technically 5 different videos in this movie.
That's so funny.
And they just kept saying the word fuck over and over again. I never would have noticed that they said it that much.
Maybe a person who doesn't cuss would notice.
Maybe, yeah. But I didn't really think it was like 240. So the rights to this movie specifically was purchased by Magnolia for over $1 million.
Damn.
I don't know if it was worth $1 million.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for this movie. But the creepy was creepy.
The creepy was
good,
creepy.
So fine. And for my last one, this is like the most, and this is the most interesting 3 that I could find out of the 7 that were there, was that the last segment was actually in 1993. So
really?
2 years before I was born. Yeah, it said a timestamp at the bottom, 1993.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, with that, that concludes this movie. It was definitely one that people should probably see, just to say they saw it.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible movie, but it also wasn't like blow my socks off good. It was a fairly decent.
It didn't blow my socks off.
It didn't blow my socks off. But sis, what is our next movie?
That's a great question.
April 6th. Yeah.
Oh,
April
it's The
6th,
First Omen.
The First Omen.
So you guys have probably seen that commercial. I know I fucking have. It's on every ad for everything I watch. Maybe that's just because what we do. I haven't really seen it, but... Oh, I've seen so many ads for it. It looks so creepy.
It's the Sydney Sweeney one, right?
The first... I don't know if she's in it.
That's Immaculate or something.
Yes, you're right.
The First Omen. I think that's the one... Did you watch The Suicide Squad?
No.
I'm trying to think of what else he's in. He's in The Dark Knight and stuff. Anyway, I think I know which one. I'd have to look it up. But we're going to go to the theater. We're going to watch it. We're going to give you the first,
live fucking first review.
First review, yeah. Our thoughts immediately after watching the movie. So on April 5th, we'll be at the movie theater watching this movie. Go ahead and read the next question.
Trust is a tough thing to come by these days. ... Name the movie.
Name the movie. If you know what movie that is, put it on the Facebook. If not, then don't. But
then don't.
Yeah, we will catch you next week with The First Omen. And if you hear, background noise, sorry, that's my printer. It's been going for...
That's his 3D printer, guys.
Yeah, it's been going for 30 hours, and I can't stop it, so...
Can't stop the grind.
Right.
Really can't stop the grind.
So, yeah, sorry about the noise if there is any, and then we'll catch you next week
about
with First Omen. What?
Sorry about my allergies.
But, yeah, thanks for listening.
Catch you later.